Hi, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your June 2022 single love reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see the energy that we have to be mindful of during this time, Taurus. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. So we have the Queen of Pentacles. So this represents us. We have to be mindful during this time to not get in our own way. I'm also seeing certain energy vibrations coming in. There are certain things that just aren't going to be right for us. We're going to want to talk ourselves into it because on paper it seems like it would be a really great thing, or the person seems like they'd be a really great person. But again, the energy doesn't match. We're not connecting, and we can't force it. We kind of can't make it happen. So just being aware of that, and also not getting in our own way, not overthinking, over analyzing, over, I want to say practicalizing, but that's not a word. But, being too practical about things is going to be very, very important during this time. So let's see our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. We have soul's healing. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above the crown. This is healing energy coming down upon us. This is a real sense of love connecting with us and a real sense of this is home. So if we just kind of step away from the world for a little bit, or step away from all the chaos and just focus on meditation, or focus on our breath, or focus on our heart, or whatever it is that we want to focus on, and just feel that healing energy coming down on us, raining down on us, that becomes a very beautiful, very powerful way to heal any chaotic situations, and also just to center ourselves in this world at this time. So let's look at what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, show me clearly. We have one bonus card, which we're just going to put right over here. Fantastic. So let's look at what the cards have to say. I'm just going to turn everything over at once. Oh, goodness, this one. Okay. So where we are right now is the Two of Wands. We're really opening up that door, and we're really looking for love. We're looking for where we want to be and how we want to move forward. But I see a bit of a dream coming forward. We have to acknowledge at times that the dream person that we have made up in our head isn't necessarily going to instantaneously manifest right in front of us. So just be aware of that. because there's a sense of, I'm just really seeing you get what you've dreamt of, but it's different than the way you dreamt of it. So that's going to be something that can be a bit confusing for us, because it's like, okay, well, I get what I've dreamt of. This is how I've dreamt of it. This is how I want it. And yet Spirit is saying to us, no, trust me. Trust me on this. Like, trust me on what's coming. It moves us to our challenge energy. Our challenge energy is we're going to be looking at something one way. And this is, again, why Spirit is saying, trust me. Like, trust me as I'm opening this door. God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is handing us this cup over here. So we're busy looking over here, having one set way of seeing things. Our challenge is to be able to kind of put things in divinity's hands and say, I trust you. I trust you. It's a sense of relinquishing control, which, Taurian energy, we don't really like to do that. My moon is in Taurus. I totally get this. So here, just respecting and understanding that we need to kind of open ourselves up, and we need to see what transpires, see what comes forward, because that's going to be so, so important to us. And just because we think, oh, it has to be this way, let's not box ourselves in. This is a real time where Spirit is saying, don't box yourself in. Don't box yourself in. You're not going to like it. Now, what we're focusing on, there have been some betrayals that have come up. There's been some energy in our lives that we really don't want to repeat. This could be from an ex. This could be from, our upbringing. This could be just people in our lives where we're looking at them and we're thinking, oh no, I don't want to date anybody like you at all. I don't want to be in a partnership with anybody like you. And so here we need to be really mindful of the energy that we're focusing on, because the negative energy can kind of overpower the positive energy that we want, meaning that we need to surround ourselves with people who genuinely love us, connect with us, like us, are happy to see us, instead of the people who we're always striving to be seen by. We're always striving to be, understood by. And yet we're going to find ourselves kind of chasing that energy. It's kind of like, well, why don't you see me? Like, why don't you see where I'm coming from type of thing? Why can't you love me? And it's like, that person just might not be able to love the way we need to be loved. And understanding that can be astoundingly painful, but it's like, don't waste your time on that energy, because it's just going to drain us. And that's what we're focusing on. We're focusing on, well, how can I change this? Like, how can you see me? And it's like, just stop, because you need to see you. And that's it. That's period. End of discussion. Surround yourself with people who love you, or surround yourself with your own love. And you'll be terribly shocked at the way things start to change. Our past, this is the Four of Wands. There's a sense of celebration here. There's a sense of our past really being a time of happiness and of joy. And I don't mean that we have to look at our past and say, oh, wow, it was just always so fun and so wonderful. And just, kind of, because it doesn't feel like we're coming out of a really fun time. But what Spirit is saying is that you have a really good foundation, which for some of us we can be confused about, because I'm just seeing a question mark come forward. So for some of us, we're going to be confused. It's like, well, how do you mean that I have a really good foundation? My parents always fought, or I, grew up in foster care, or wherever. I didn't have that stability, and I never saw a really powerful, beautiful love relationship before. So how am I supposed to know how to successfully manage one, how to successfully, move forward? And what Spirit is saying is that what you desire in life, the love that you have around you from divinity, from Spirit, for some of us from our childhood, for some of us who didn't have, for those of us who didn't have, a tumultuous childhood, it's like you saw what love was. Even if it was the love that, excuse me, even if it was the love that your parents had for you, not for each other, but for you, even if it was the love that a grandparent had for you, it's like you have a foundation. We need to really be mindful of the energy we're letting into our sphere during this time, because we're just so sensitive to it. We're so sensitive to it. So much is happening right now that the energy that we're letting in is playing such a powerful role. And our past is about movement of the body. It's about celebration. It's about coming together. It's about really embracing what we want, what we need, who we are, right in the here and in the now. And as we're moving forward, our greatest strength is to say, I know what I'm guarding. I know what I'm worth. And I'm releasing vampiric energy. I'm releasing the negativity. I don't want it. I don't need it. There's not a place for it. I need now to move forward in me, personally and powerfully. And we're going to be really looking at that and looking at people that we're meeting. It's like, no, you don't get to come into my sphere of being. No. And we're going to think, oh, I'm being rude. Like, I should let everybody in. But these boundaries are really beautiful. So we might be saying to ourselves, why aren't I going out as much as I used to? Or why don't I have all these people around me? It's because we're releasing a lot of the negative energy, a lot of the people who didn't build us up, who didn't help us to move forward to the place that we wanted to be. We might have thought that they should have. We might have thought that, oh, maybe this would happen, but it didn't. And now we're respectfully understanding that. And it's like, okay, I get this. This time when it comes to love has so much to do with what we're willing to take from people, how we're willing to accept what they think love is. And if that is aligned with what we know love is for us. It moves us then to our near future. And it's the 7 of Wands. We have become so used to fighting, Taurus. So used to fighting. That we think, oh, this is normal. Like, this is part of our love language, right? You fight, you have these passionate arguments, and you have this great makeup. It's just a part of what love is. And yet we're finding ourselves needing to turn away from the fighting. Because we're like, no, this isn't what love is. It isn't these, highs and these lows and this crazy roller coaster. There needs to be something steady and stable to love. And so we're looking at the chaotic energy that has been in our lives for so long. And we're saying, no, you don't have a place here. And we're not questioning why we're doing this. Well, we can be, okay? Because it almost feels like we're moving away from something that was really comfortable for us, right? This fighting, this chaos, where that was a part of who we were. And that could have been a part of a past relationship or, again, how we were raised. But we're starting to see ourselves turn from it. And as we're turning from it and saying, no, we're really embracing our gut. We're embracing the serenity of ourselves. We're seeing ourselves start to change. Okay, not that age has anything to do with any of this, but Spirit just said, you look younger now. You look younger now because it's the worry that was etched on your face is releasing. So you're going to have people say to you, like, are you doing something with your skincare? Did you get anything done? Because there's a radiance to you that is coming forward. And it doesn't matter your age at all. Everybody's looking for the fountain of youth and not realizing that it comes from within us. It comes from the sparkle and the beauty within us. So it moves us then to our suggested approach. And this is the Page of Cups. So there's something here, okay, when it comes to love. We have this little piglet right up here in the corner. And we think, when pigs fly, I will be able to have the love, the beauty, the acceptance. We have the hearts right here with an infinity, the heart right here with the infinity in the middle of it. There's a real sense of, as we've been moving in this world, it's like, okay, now I see what love is. Now I see what I want. What am I willing to fight for? Where am I willing to be? We're also looking at any of our sarcastic cynicism when it comes to love. And we're saying, does that really have a place? Is that really what I want to be embracing as I'm embracing what I want from love and how I want to move forward in love? And it doesn't even mean that we have to be embracing love with another person. There can be some of us who are listening and we're just perfectly happy being single. If we're not single anymore, we meet somebody who totally, just sweeps us off our feet, that's one thing. But right now you could be saying to yourself, Dane, I'm really happy where I am. And it could have been, when pigs fly, I'll be happy with who I am and where I am and how things are. And now you're starting to see, yeah, this is me now. This is me. I love me. And I'm empowered by me. It moves us to what we need to know. And this is the 9 of Swords. We need to know we worry. We need to know we're overthinking. We're overanalyzing. We're playing things over and over and over again in our heads. And it's like, okay, enough. We're burning the candle at both ends. And it is exhausting. So be very, very aware of this. That when it comes to love, we could be sitting there. I mean, we could be getting older, as everybody is every single day. But, I say this with a laugh, but at times it can be scary. What if you want to have children? What if you think love should happen by this time or this way? What if you feel like, oh, I'm at a certain age and now nobody will love me? And now we're worried about this. It's like, no, stop it. We can what if ourselves up and down the Mississippi and just totally zap away all our joy and all our peace. Because then, our future will not have to be turning away from the external fighting, right? From the external chaos. It'll be having to turn away from the internal chaos, the internal fighting, the internal worry and doubt and just erosion of our own self-worth and it comes from within. So we have to be very aware of that. Our hopes and our fears, it's the Page of Swords. It's embracing our voice. It's looking at what we want. We're astoundingly smart during this time, Taurus. The way that we're looking at things. We're terribly clever to begin with, so that just needs to be noted. But we're astoundingly smart right now. And we're looking at things in very different, very, kind of like avant-garde ways. And it doesn't mean that we have to do anything crazy if we don't want to. But it does mean that as we're looking at our path forward, we're saying, well, why not this? And why not that? And, why not embrace these questions? Or why not embrace what I desire? And so we start to become a student of what our hearts are teaching us. And as this comes forward, we're embracing our potential future. And that's the Empress. So I love her pregnant belly right here, because Spirit did say, if you're worrying about being a parent, there we go. You are one, whether you give birth to that child or not. If you're worrying about the potential for prosperity, you are creating it. You are creating the prosperity that you want, that you need, that's important to you. And so the Empress comes in, and there's just such a sense of, okay, I'm coming home. Okay, I'm stepping into myself. There's such a sense of creative, beautiful energy. And there's a peace to you during this time, Taurus. And what people tend to forget is the sensual beauty of Taurians. I think even we tend to forget it, because we can be so caught up in the power of manifestation, in the power of determination, in the power of focus, that we forget how beautifully connected we are to ourselves and to our world and to what we deeply want, and how sensitive we are. And here it is saying, I see the spark of what I'm dreaming of. I see the spark of what I need. I'm looking through those windows, and it's like, okay, now it's my time. Now it's my time to really look at my heart, look at what I desire, what I want, and I'm making it happen. It brings us to our bonus card, which is the Moon. Now, this is Pisces energy, but the Moon is changed. Things are changing. We're not always the best when it comes to change, so acknowledging that within ourselves is going to be important. Also acknowledging when we feel overwhelmed. We can feel overwhelmed by wanting to make it perfect, or falling in love with the idea of love, or, overthinking how things could go before they even start. So we have to be very aware of that, the challenges that come forward, the doubts that we have, the fears that we have, the chaos that is a part of us, but also the beauty that is guiding us. Because the Moon is saying so much happens, so much realization comes in as we quiet our minds, we quiet ourselves, as we center us. So it moves us now to looking at our past, our present, and our future, to going deeper into the tarot. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Okay. So when it comes to our past, we have Aquarius energy and we have the Devil. Interesting. There's something that we were chained to, and I'm really seeing this as, there was something that we were chained to that took away our dreams. It could be a person that we were with. We went into that relationship one way. We came out of it a very different person than we went into it. Okay, it can be that we went into a work situation. Whatever relationship. It doesn't have to be a personal. It doesn't have to be a person-on-person relationship. It could be a relationship with a job. It could be any sort of relationship. We went into it one way. We're coming out of it quite another. It did not meet the expectations of our dreams and our desires. The energy also wasn't as compassionate and loving as we needed it to be, and that can be why we're a little bit, shell-shocked right now. We're a little bit overwhelmed when it comes to saying, okay, but this is what I really want from a relationship, and this is how I need to move forward, and this is what's powerful to me, because we can see relationships as these cages to be put in. The sense of it'll take away all my creativity, all my personality, my spark, my desire. And Spirit's saying here, it won't if you break the chains. If you don't lose yourself and become completely the other person. If you see that there is that tendency in relationships, there's always a dark tendency in anything. And we were taken advantage of before. And we want to make darn sure that we're not taken advantage of again. So being aware of this. And also knowing that not all relationships are like this. This energy that drained us. We have the Devil, which is Capricorn energy. It could very well be a Capricorn, but it's also saying to us, it was part of this earthly realm. You know, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. This person was very into rules and structure, and it had to be this way and it had to be that way. It had to be their way, even if it didn't make sense to you at all. So being aware of this is very powerful, and saying, you know what, no, that was part of my past. It does not get to be part of my future. So we're moving into our present, and it definitely doesn't get to be part of our present. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. We have the Seven of Swords coming through. So there's a betrayal that we have been through, and we have the Three of Pentacles. There is, and we have the Three of Cups here. Interesting, because the Three of Pentacles just instantly overlapped over it the image of the Three of Cups. So when it came to love, there were three of us, right? There's a sense of either just seeing the Three Musketeers. I don't really know why that's coming forward, but in our present, this doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. This is a relationship that right now we feel betrayed by. And that's why it's coming through in this reading so much. That's why, like, everything is a little bit more like, I'm taking back control. I'm healing myself. I'm not getting involved in this chaos, because I don't know exactly where this betrayal came from, but it was from people that we trusted, and we thought that we could build something powerful and beautiful with them, like a little empire. And it wound up being no, or it could have been two past relationships that we thought, okay, these will really work out. And it was like, no, they won't. And we feel betrayed, and now we're, again, gun shy. It's like, how can I move forward? We're shell shocked. We're like, it's like overwhelmed. And it moves us to our future. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. And our future is the Queen of Pentacles. I love that, because we are the Pentacles in the minor arcana, right? So we're being told here to be mindful of the Queen of Pentacles, being mindful of ourselves, being mindful of, self-sabotage, or, not listening to the energy vibration. And yet this Queen of Pentacles is so happy. It's like, yeah, I've made this feature. I've created what I want from my life and for my life. And it is just absolutely beautiful. I get to shine. And so we're being told here that even though we've been through a lot, even though we've been hurt emotionally, no, that doesn't stop us. There is such peace that is coming forward, and that gets to be a part of our lives. Now it moves us to our subconscious energy for this time, and that's the Two of Pentacles. Okay? We're trying to balance a lot during this time. We really are. Subconsciously, it's like, okay, how do I do everything? Because I have to do everything really, really well. But what Spirit is saying here is that you have to balance you first. Taurus, get 2 feet firmly planted on the ground. Kind of think of yourself as a tree. Put down those intricate, beautiful roots. Balance who you are, what you want, the prosperity that you want to call forward. You're going to find, I actually see 2 times 2. So, 4 people coming forward that get to be in your realm of being. I don't know if you get to choose from 4 people, or you it's like the 4th person that you date, or you're going to go out with 4 people. I don't really know how this 4 is coming forward. Or you meet them, I'm just seeing a number on the side of a house, or of a apartment. I don't know, of a building. There we go. That's a better word. That says 4. But be mindful of this, because once you start to balance, it's like all of a sudden people start to take notice. You can find it a little bit overwhelming, Taurus. It moves us to our subconscious past energy. And this is the moon. So we have the bonus card here being the moon, right? And here it is the moon, is Artemis, is taking aim. Really, through this chaos, we had to take aim at what we wanted and what's important to us. And we're going to find that we're taking that aim again. We're focusing ourselves again on how we want to move forward, of what's driving us, what's leading us, how we want to be, where we want to be in our lives. It moves us then to our subconscious present energy and its strength. We're a heck of a lot stronger than we think we are. When it comes to love, I don't know why we see ourselves as weak. Subconsciously, it's like, oh, like I'm not going to be that weak, or that was weak of me. No, you have to stop. You're so ungodly strong. So unbelievably strong that you have to stop that. It moves us. And that's actually one of the things when people see you, Taurus, they'll remark on your strength. They'll remark on the fact that you can handle so much. They'll remark on, how intimidating you are. And that's also something that repels people, where it's like, oh, I can't push you around. I can't manipulate you and get what I want. I can't get you gifts and you'll just be happy and you won't see through them, because there are people who have come into your sphere of love, of potential partners, and they've walked away because they couldn't control you the way that they wanted to control you. All right? Their love language was manipulative. Look at your love language. Look at what are the real things that are important to you, and start to see that you hold yourself to a very high standard. And not everybody does that. It moves us to our subconscious future energy, which I love, the Ten of Pentacles. Happiness, generational happiness, prosperity, success, bounty, abundance. It's like, yeah, this is what I've been working for. Yes, this is exactly what I want. This is the bounty that gets to be a part of my life. And it brings us then, this is a completion of a cycle, right? It brings us then to the subconscious energy to be mindful of. This is emotional manipulation. This is somebody who has taken advantage of our heart. This is a person, I just see them with a loud bark, like they yell a lot. All right, I don't know if they have a big dog or if a big dog didn't like them, but there's something to do with a big dog around them. It could be either their pet or it could be your guardian, because I just see it as being a close animal in this situation, and it can go both ways. Okay? It moves us then to our chakra energy, and this is the solar plexus chakra. This is self-mastery. We are finding subconsciously that we are so in tuned with ourselves, with what we want. We're so much more focused. We're so much more grounded. We understand so much more than we had thought we did. And it's like, okay, I am mastering myself. I am understanding myself. I am empowered. All right, Taurus. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy, as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time, of ourselves, and of love. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Taurus. And may blessings, prosperity, and love always be with you.